There are so many new games for 2023 confirmed that we have a feeling it's going to be a very special year for video games. Between massive new IPs and long-awaited sequels, there's a lot helping to set the stage for the PS5 and Xbox Series X to really show what they're capable of. Naturally, there are plenty of awesome upcoming PC games coming. 2023 is going to be a banner year for the video game industry. Whether you're looking to play any one of the highly anticipated upcoming Xbox Series X games, upcoming PS5 games, and upcoming Switch games, there's something for everybody in the roster of new games for 2023. From what we know so far, 2023 is going to be a huge year for RPGs. A lot of major series with long-in-the-works sequels are targeting next year for release dates. Starfield's delay put it in the early part of 2023, Baldur's Gate 3's early access is planned to end with a full release during the year, and both Final Fantasy XVI and Diablo 4 are scheduled to turn up too. So without any further ado, here's our list of the 10 best upcoming games for 2023 and beyond with their release dates.
Batman doesn't kill people. Are you okay?
Number 10, Star Wars Jedi: Survivor. For many, the ultimate power fantasy of any Star Wars game is to wield a lightsaber as a Jedi, which was the biggest selling point for 2019 Star Wars Jedi: Fallen Order, even if it felt a bit derivative, cobbling bits of Uncharted and Sekiro. However, at least the saber combat is somewhat more forgiving than the latter. Still, the foundations are set for a more exciting sequel, which once again follows Cal Kestis 5 years later, in more grizzled warrior mode after constant years of pursuit from the Empire. Although we're being promised some evolutions in the combat, including new saber stances, we're most excited about Cal's new traversal abilities like being able to tame and ride wild animals. Number 9, Forspoken. Modern New York teenager Fry Holland winds up in the magical world of Athia and, of all things, parkour ensues. With a magic bracelet and some explosive magical abilities, Fry skates, jump, and wall runs her way around Athia's open world. Forspoken made a real impression based on its lovely looks when it was first revealed, and a slightly less great impression with excessive banter in a later trailer. We'll see how the two mix when it finally hits the streets. Number 8, Final Fantasy XVI. 2023 is a big year for Final Fantasy fans, with 2 titles to get excited about, including Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. But for a completely brand new experience, Final Fantasy XVI has us most hyped. With a more mature tone that's more inspired by a Western fantasy like The Witcher or God of War, it's a controversial departure from the long-running Japanese RPG series, although we can still expect a big epic involving crystals and the legendary summon icons. While it looks like your lead protagonist Clive will still have allies during his journey in a story that spans multiple timelines, this is also a predominantly single-player real-time action-oriented affair. But when the battle director's credits include Devil May Cry and the criminally underrated Dragon's Dogma, you know it's going to be good. Number 7, Forza Motorsport. Forza Motorsport is set to take the realistic racer into the next generation. Built to make the most of the power of the Xbox Series X or S, Forza Motorsport features advanced car damage to add to its sense of immersion and simulation, along with overhauled physics, ray tracing, and a time-of-day system. Turn 10 Studio looks like it's setting out to create the most technically advanced racing game in the Motorsport series, with some throwbacks longtime fans will appreciate, such as the return of the Maple Valley track.
This is the all-new Forza Motorsport.
Number 6. Atomic Heart. Atomic Heart has been on our radar for a couple of years now. This ambitious FPS RPG hybrid from developer Mundfish has always looked too good to be true, as if it were a somewhat wild melding of the vibes carried by BioShock, Fallout, and Far Cry. But Atomic Heart is now in sight, with Mundfish teaming up with publisher Focus Entertainment to get the game out into the world, and on Xbox Game Pass, on February 21st, 2023. Number 5. Assassin's Creed Mirage. Assassin's Creed Mirage takes players to historic Baghdad, where they face the task of refining a young street thief called Basim into a master assassin. Originally advertised as a small-scale stealth game titled Assassin's Creed Rift, the entry faced numerous delays, disrupting Ubisoft's standard development cycle of one Assassin's Creed game a year. With more than 2 years since the release of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Mirage seems to be a return to basics for the series. Centered on one of Valhalla's favorite characters, it is believed the game will refix its focus on players sneaking and parkouring their way into mischief and murder.
Never compromise the Brotherhood.
Number 4. Resident Evil 4. After remaking Resident Evil 2 and 3 for modern platforms, Capcom is reimagining the game that not only transformed the franchise but pioneered the over-the-shoulder perspective that has influenced all third-person shooters that came after it, like Gears of War, and which is still considered one of the greatest games of all time. That the original Resident Evil 4 can be played widely on pretty much any modern platform and still holds up, there's all the more pressure on what this remake can offer besides better graphics. Initial impressions hint at a more of a horror atmosphere than the original's action-packed B-movie camp, even though the iconic opening village ambush is almost exactly as you remember it, including the terrifying guy wielding a chainsaw. We await Leon Kennedy's return with nervous anticipation. Number 3. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. This Suicide Squad sees you playing as our squad of chaotic semi-heroes. Squad up as Harley Quinn, King Shark, Deadshot, or Captain Boomerang, with bots or other players taking the role of the other 4 as you play. Set in the Batman Arkham universe, Rocksteady has already said this is a continuation of the previous games, so prepare to see some existing threads and storylines come to fruition.
Don't sweat it. Batman doesn't kill people. Are you okay?
Number 2. Dead Island 2. Dead Island 2 has come back from the undead with a new developer and an actual release date. Arriving early next year, this is Dambuster's take on the Dead Island franchise, and it's an action RPG that asks you to thrive, not just survive in a zombie-ridden LA. With 6 playable heroes, each with their own unique skills and handy resistance to the zombie virus, there's a story that seems to be absolutely filled with personality and fun. There are distinct zombie types to get to grips with too, and with the combat literally oozing with gore, it's going to get messy, folks. Before we get to the number 1 list, here are some game bonuses, just to keep you updated. Company of Heroes 3. Skull and Bones.
On the shores of a new world, you awaken. More determined than ever to carve a life of your choice.
The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Street Fighter 6.
The top player is here. Let me have some fun.
Ready? Then show me.
This will be a good fight.
Baldur's Gate 3.
My, this place is fun.
Minecraft Legends.
Until it was attacked by invaders, spreading the scourge of greed and fire. It tells of a world on the brink of disaster, rising to answer the call of a hero.
Starfield.
We reach your constellation.
This is all we've been working towards.
Jemison route looks good.
We've come to the beginning of humanity's final journey.
Prepare for departure. Graviton loop array full check. Your space lane is clear.
That's why we're here.
Main engines go. Ignition.
To discover what's out there.
Good luck, Constellation.
Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl.
Parable at best to the conquest of space.
Don't want the innocent to suffer? Then help me find the culprit.
And who the fuck are you?
And what do we have a decade later? The Zone, in our image, after our likeness. My men are still lying out there. And I can't even...
Diablo 4.
May we fight true in His holy name.
Now let's reveal our number 1 pick. Number 1, Marvel's Spider-Man 2. One of the most popular PlayStation exclusives of one of the most popular superheroes, a sequel to Marvel's Spider-Man is a no-brainer. Following the well-received Miles Morales expansion, it also makes sense that this time you'll be able to play as both Peter Parker and Miles versions of the web-slinger as they take on new villains Kraven the Hunter and fan-favorite Venom. Little else has been revealed so far, though we're hoping for a more interesting shake-up of the open-world formula to accompany the already awesome feeling of swinging around the city. With Spider-Man: Across the Spider-Verse also coming to cinemas in June, it's looking like a terrific year to be a Spider-Man. Are there any awesome upcoming games we've left out that you are most hyped to play in 2023? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe because we've got some astonishing content for you in 2023. Be sure to turn the notifications on. I promise, you won't regret it. Anyway, that's it for today. I wish you a prosperous new year and I hope I will see you in the next video.
Will you live as pawns or die as pirates?